Thanks for the support as a channel member, Josh T432. This championship season is turning into one of those weird ones where nobody wants to win or get promoted. We've only won 3 games in our last 11 matches, but we're still in an automatic promotion spot, only 3 points behind top of the table Everton. This is ours for the taking if we could just figure out how to take it. But the same is true of about 4 other teams. Hello and welcome to part 98 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have 2 championship games for you. We're away against Middlesbrough and at home against Bristol Rovers. Since you were last with me, I guess you'd call it an unbeaten run. 5 games unbeaten. You could also call it 3 wins from 11. I prefer to call it a 5-game unbeaten run, and apparently so do my team, because after this 2-2 draw with Notts County, when it was 2 wins from 10, we had a team meeting where I absolutely roasted them, and they got upset about it, telling me how well they were doing, and their morale dropped massively, and I thought, oh, well, that's that then, I've messed this up. We responded with a 4-0 win in our next game, so I think as much as they wanted to defend themselves and say they were on a 4-match unbeaten run, I think they knew 2 wins from 10 wasn't good enough. And we managed to pull it back with that 4-0 win. So this is what the league table looks like. 8 games to go, or 9 if you're Everton. Amongst those games, we still have tomorrow's episode, which is the final 2 games of the regular season, where we play both Everton and Swansea. So that's going to be a massive episode tomorrow. But despite this terrible form, as mentioned, we do still find ourselves in second place, only 3 points behind Everton, still in an automatic promotion spot. Lahif's still scoring goals for fun, 29 for the season for him now. And it's on. It's doable. I don't understand it. And now we play Middlesbrough away from home, and Middlesbrough are in the playoffs and looking to cement a spot there. So based on the form we've been in, they're probably going to be feeling quite confident going into this game, and we need to ruin their confidence, spoil their day for them. And this is the team we're putting out there to try and do that. We've got Hardy in goal, a back four of Congni, Cruz, Reed and Ansong, a Nautovic and a Parasido in midfield, Bruce, Minich and Scott supporting Lahif up front. Let's get into the game. Let's try and win the game. We've got it's the best Bourne team we've ever had by miles, even better than the team that got to the FA Cup final last year. This is a much better side than that side. We just need to find our form again. And I'm constantly trying different combinations to try and do that. This back four, it might be the first time this particular 4 have ever played together. Ansong is in because he's been moaning about it again, and I've finally relented and played him. But Kjalic is injured, so Reed and Cruz having to be in the middle. Lastra's down on the bench. And this back 4 might be the answer. Who knows? But I don't even think our defence is where the problem is. The problem lies with scoring goals, even though, which is a weird thing to say when we've got Evan Lahif in the side on 29 goals for the season, but there's not really anyone else who is scoring any goals. Even someone like Bruce, who's been in double figures every year he's been here previously, is not in double figures. So we are struggling a little bit to find goals. So when Lahif doesn't play well, we don't play well. We've become a one-man team, and it's a little bit of a problem because he was in much better form in the first part of the season than he is in this second part. He was on 20 goals by Christmas. It's now March and he's not even on 30. So that's why we've been in a run of games where we've been struggling. The games where we win are the games where he scores goals and plays well. If he has a game like this, we really struggle, and we're getting to the point where we can't be really struggling. We need to sort our lives out and try and get some points on the board, because the opportunity is there. We could still win this league because Everton are bottling it just as much as everyone else is, us included. Any team that can put 3 or 4 wins in a row together at this point is going to win the league. I just need it to be us. We've got 1. We've got 1 on the board. If we get another one today, that's 2. That's starting to become a run of wins then, and that starts to propel us upwards in this league. But it's a big if when we're playing as poorly as we are. Right, let's try and be assertive. I'm not happy with your performance out there. It's fired everybody up. What's going on in the other games? Everton are drawing at home to Bristol City. Swansea I can't see because we've got a highlight going on. Cogney with the big long throw, which must be a struggle with whatever injury he's currently carrying. We have got Lastra on the bench who can come on for him. Swansea must have gone ahead in their game because we've just dropped down to third. Scott picks the ball up deep in midfield. Their keeper was massively out of position for a second there, but Scott couldn't get it turned around quickly enough to make that count. Minich trying the fancy ball forward and probably wished he'd have just tried a normal, less fancy option there because it didn't really come off. And now Bristol City knocking not Bristol City, Middlesbrough. Bristol City is who Everton are playing. Arnautovic. Bruce plays it into Lahif. Lahif's in, and when he's in form, he scores that. And he's not currently in form. And that was really poor. Cogney has a potential knee injury. We've got to take him off, haven't we? Lastra can come on for him. We can't risk such a key player being injured for such an important run-in. So we've got to take him off just to protect him a little bit. But we need a goal. We need a goal. Draws aren't good enough at this point. Any other stage of the season or any other form situation, and a draw away against Middlesbrough would be a great result. But it's not enough after the run of form that we've been in. We need to do better than this. Lastra with the big throw forward. It ends up with Bruce, who tries to play Lahif in. If he can beat his man here, we have a chance. He does beat his man, and it's a better effort than his previous one, but still not great. We deserve to win this game. We've had two clear-cut chances, 3 half chances. Yes, they've dominated us for possession, but we're the away team. Lahif's nipped. I thought he'd nipped the ball off the guy there, but apparently he didn't. And now Middlesbrough with the opportunity for a counter-attack. They're not rushing, are they? They're just going to take their time, pass the ball around nicely, hopefully give the ball away to us. And that's why the highlight's still going on. And Ansong does intercept. Ansong and Aparecido playing it back and forth between each other. Minich now. Back to Arnautovic. This is looking promising. Arnautovic plays it forward to Lahif. Back to Arnautovic again. Back through to Lahif. And again, he's getting closer. He's getting more and more opportunities, and he is peppering the goal now. He just needs the breakthrough. Lahif with the corner. Minich can't quite get onto the end of it. Zajic picks the ball up on the edge of the area, and we've seen him score a free kick from this kind of area in the last couple of games. If he can stick this into the top corner again, that would be a massive goal for us. It's Zajic to take. And he's elected to pass it and probably shouldn't have bothered because there's no one in there to get on the end of it. Lahif's the man who chases back to win possession back for us, and it's back with Ansong. And the highlight's continuing. So hopefully this is still going somewhere. It's now all the way back with our keeper, and I'm worried the place it's going is a Middlesbrough goal. They do intercept there, but Cruz wins it back, plays it out to Zajic. Minich now with space, plays Lahif in. It's another chance for Lahif, and how many more times is he going to get a one-on-one opportunity? He's had 4 clear-cut chances today. The man just needs to score a goal. Lahif with another corner, this time looking for Reed and can't find him. Cruz picks the ball up and just gives it away, and the highlight is it's not continuing, it's ended. Do we take Lahif off here? I think we have to, don't we? He's had a terrible game. Amlang coming on for a very rare appearance for Michael Amlang. In fact, a debut for Amlang. Wow. What a day to make your debut. Let's see if the people who've been telling me to play him all year are right. This is a huge moment, huge pressure on Amlang to come on and just get the breakthrough for us. But goodness me, can he make himself a hero if he does? He's not going to, is he? That's just killed everything. Just killed it off immediately. 0-0. It's in isolation. It's not a bad result. In the grand scheme of things, though, it's another set of dropped points, and it's now 3 wins from 12 for a team trying to push for promotion, whilst Everton are still stuttering as well. So frustrating. Couple of changes then for the Bristol Rovers game. 2 of them forced. Lastra coming in at left back with the injury to Cogney, who's going to be out for... Where is he? Why can't I find him? Where has he gone? There he is. He's not very long, is the moral of this tale. And also we've got Hernandez coming in for Arnautovic, who's injured. Zajic is also coming in for Scott, who drops down to the bench, which means no Amlang on the bench today because Santos is now fit enough to return to the bench, and Scott makes up the other striker down there. So Amlang goes back to being 5th choice striker again, although realistically Scott's down there to come on wide. He very, very rarely gets to play up front for us because we are blessed with a lot of lovely strikers. Not that you'd know from that pitiful performance in front of goal in the last game. We need better than that today. Right, what are we going to say? What am I going to... We've been on a good run lately. We just haven't. We haven't. Yes, we're unbeaten, but that's not good enough. Bristol Rovers are 24th on the form standings. Right. We're going to assertively show them why, and we're 13th on the form. How is that good form? 13th on the form table, and that's apparently good form lately. We're trying to get promoted here. It looks like we're playing before both Everton and Swansea, although we're not. Oh, because Everton already had the game in hand, so Swansea not playing today. So we've got an opportunity here to jump back above Swansea again, which happens automatically if we don't lose. But obviously we want to get... We've got goals on them. We need to get some points on them as well now. If we can stretch that out to a 2-point gap, I know they could leapfrog back over us again with a win, but it gives us a little bit of daylight for now. Ansong with the long throw. It's bobbling around in the area and Hernandez is there to tuck the ball away into the back of the net. Club captain Emilio Jose Hernandez doesn't get a lot of football these days with an Arnautovic and a Parasido in midfield, but he's still a very valuable member of the squad and shows that there. We have a lovely, tidy little finish for his third goal of the season, and that does... it puts pressure on those teams around us. Only 1 point behind Everton means they have to win their game in hand to maintain a decent gap. Or that game where we play them right at the end of the season becomes all the more interesting. Alan Hardy making a very solid save there to keep us at 1-0. We need to keep an eye on what's going on in the Everton game as well. We'll have a look there in a second. I didn't even look to see who they're playing. Lastra coming away with the ball here, but the highlight, or we immediately get another highlight. It's a different one. Cruz playing it forward to Hernandez, who is looking for options, lumps it forward looking for Lahif. He brings it down beautifully. This is already brighter football from Lahif than we saw in the last game. Shooting's the same as it was then, no, and it flies wide. That's a familiar thing. I can't believe I'm this frustrated with a 29-goal striker, but he's one of them. He's one of them that... He's not... you don't always feel good about him. He's set such high standards. I expect more from him than he delivers on a consistent basis. I wouldn't be upset if we sold him for 10 million this summer, especially if we're going to be in the Premier League. I don't think he's going to be I think he'll be an incredible frustration in the Premier League. Lahif's here though, and there is his 32nd goal of the season. He can hear me. He knows what I'm plotting, and he's just going to keep scoring goals to ruin my plot. To be fair, if he's going to keep scoring goals, I'll be happy to keep him. If we can sort him out with some kind of consistency, then we've already probably got the best striker in this division. If he can become consistent, then we'll have a very, very good sort of mid-table Premier League striker on our hands, rather than one of those that goes up to the Premier League after a great season in the Championship. I'm thinking your Dwight Gale kind of player. Takes a step up and plays 8 games all on the wing and scores twice. That's not what I want for Evan Lahif, because it's really hard to then get 10 or 15 million for him when you sell them on if they're found out in the Premier League. Now might be the time to sell. I just hope he takes a step up and continues to be awesome, like he has been for almost this entire season. Right, we're getting another highlight. I was just about to start contemplating changes. It's a bit of a wasted throw from Lastra. This long throw thing is fun when it works. When it doesn't work, goodness me, does it put you under some pressure. And because Lastra is obviously up the other end of the pitch, massively out of position, and it let Bristol Rovers get in there, and luckily they're not very good. Don't try a long throw from here, you idiot. Just throw it to somebody nearby. What was that? Luckily, Ansong clears up the mess on the other side, and now Ziyech charging forward, plays it over the top to Lahif, who's in again here. And where was this finishing in the last game? Oh, that one's been disallowed. But, you know, we just needed one finish like that against Middlesbrough, and we'd be top of the league right now. Let's have a look to see just how offside he was. He's never offside there. He's behind that defender. That's upsetting. That's very upsetting, because we should be 3-0 up. Lahif should have a second, and he's in again here. And is he going to make up for it? He's desperate to get some goals for me today, isn't he? Right, a Parasido's going to... No, he's not. Oh, I guess we've got John Hale. John Hale can come on. Hale's barely played this season and will definitely be leaving this summer, but it doesn't hurt to give him a little bit of game time, I guess. Who else are we going to take off? We're going to take off... We'll leave Minich on for a little while. We'll bring Scott on for Bruce on that right-hand side. Bruce is another one who isn't quite the same player this year. to what he's been before. I think this might be the end times for Bruce on that left-hand side. Again, especially if we get promoted, he's not going to be the kind of player who's going to make the step up. He's a little bit older than some of these fancy young kids who are playing with him, who've still got time and potential to get better and step up and become Premier League players. Bruce, I think, is 25, 26 years old, and he'll have a lovely career as a Championship player. It just won't be for us, hopefully, because we'll have moved on. Hale now plays it out, looking for Scott, who skips past his man beautifully. Ricky Scott can't quite tuck it past the goalkeeper. We've got Santos down on the bench, and I think we're going to bring Santos on for the last 15 minutes or so, just to, again, get some game time into him. We spent a lot of money on him. He's still got time to come good, but Lahif is very much in his way. So sometimes when I get an opportunity like this one, where we're playing against a team that just don't seem very good, I'll get them both up front just to give Santos a little bit of game time alongside Lahif, because it might be how they end up both forcing their way into the team together. Who knows? It didn't look good there though, did it? No highlights from after I make the change. Right, how did Everton get on? That's important. I didn't even look. So Swansea were in the FA Cup and have got knocked out of that now. So they can now fully focus on the league. I just want to look at the results in our division. Do we get them? Can we have some results? So Everton drawing away against Preston. So that means the league table now looks like this. So we're in second place, 78 points from 40 games. Both Everton and Swansea with games in hand. Swansea 2 points behind us. Everton 1 point above. Bournemouth are around about as well, but I kind of think it's a 3-horse race. And that's why tomorrow is going to be so interesting. If there was ever a must-watch game of the entire series, or a must-watch match episode, that's the word I'm looking for, it's tomorrow when we've got Everton and Swansea as our final 2 games of the season. It is all still in our hands. If we win every game we've got left, we could still finish second. If we win every game we've got left, we'll get promoted and probably win the league. Can we do 6 on the bounce? I think we can. I mean, there's no evidence of that, but I think we can. There literally is no evidence. The most we've done all season. Hold on. The most consecutive games we've won all season is... Okay, one of them... We did 4 there because one of them's a League Cup game. So we can do 4 in a row. Let's make it the last 4 then, eh? Draw the next 2, win the last 4, finish on a long unbeaten run. We'll be fine. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.